This is CPM Precalculus Chapter 2, number 156. The story goes, Jack makes $5 an hour for the first 6 hours that he's working on the job. And after the first 6 hours, he then makes $8 an hour. Okay, so let's explain why J of T, which is Jack's earnings after he works T hours, is this piecewise defined function. Okay, so J of T is defined to be 5t for 0 is less than or equal to t is less than or equal to 6, and 30 plus 8 times t minus 6 for t is greater than or equal to 6. Alright, so let's go ahead and explain this. Alright, so the first piece is direct, right? We know for the first 6 hours, which is the region here, 0 less than t less than or equal to 6, Jack makes $5 an hour, which is 5 times t, right? So, but then after, he makes $8 an hour. So where do these functions meet? They have one value, like we have a piecewise function here. If we were to graph it from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, from 0 to 6, we want to show that he's getting $5 an hour. So the slope of a line with the output, I'm going to draw it lower. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? So in the first hour, he's making $5. Second, he has $10. Third, it goes on like this. Third, he makes 15. Fourth, he makes 20. Fifth hour, he makes 25. Right? This should be a nice straight line. All right, in 6 hours, he has $30, right? But what happens then is that the 6th hour, he starts making $8 an hour. So the slope of the line changes, right? To go from the slope here is 8, and over here we know it's 5, right? Because for every hour, this is the time in hours, and this is his pay in dollars, right? Well, that doesn't look very nice. This is his pay in dollars, the y-axis, right? We know that it's going from for every rise over run, so he's going to rise $5 for every $1 he makes. Rise $5, $1 he makes. Rise $5 for every hour he works. Rise 5, 1 hour. Rise 5, 1 hour, and so forth. But when we get to 6, he's going to rise $8 for every 1 hour. Rise 8, work 1 hour. Rise 8, work 1 hour. Right? So that would give us, does that give us this? Well, we know at the 6th hour, Jack made how much money? He made, well, 5 times 6 is $30 so far, right? After he works 6 hours, he's made $30, right? So the next hour, the 7th hour he works, he makes 30 plus $8, right? And that would equal to 38. The 8th hour, he's going to make 38 plus 8, right? He's going to add additional 8. 38 plus 8 is 46, and so on, right? Then we're going to add $8. Is this basically what that is saying? Well, let's go ahead and check this, because let's go ahead and say, well, for t is greater than or equal to 6, right here, we have J of t equals 30 plus 8t minus 6. And let's simplify this. That's 30 plus 8t minus, well, 6 times 8 just bring out your calculator. 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 is 48, right? So that's minus 48, right? And then we go ahead and combine these. That's going to be 8t minus 48 minus 30, again, minus 30, it's going to be minus 18. And is this what we want for starting at 6 hours? Well, j of 6 then becomes 8 times 6 minus 18, which is 8 times 6. 48 minus 18 is 30. So we know that that's what it should be, right? The 30th hour, the 6th hour, he's made $30, right? J at 7, the 7th hour, we know we want it to be 38. That's equal to 8 times 7 minus 18. 8 times 7 minus 18, is that 38? Yes. And J of 8, we know, is 8 times 8 minus 18. And is that 8 times 8, we know 64 minus 18 is 46, right? And that's what we said it should be here. It should be 46. So this is showing us that this formula here is true, right? And the explanation is, well, for the first 6 hours, he's making $5 an hour. And at the 6th hour, he's already made $30. At the 7th hour, we want to add 8 every time. 8th hour, add another 8. So we see this pattern, right? And this pattern is basically what we're given for t is greater than or equal to 6, right? So for t is greater than or equal to 6, the piecewise function adds $8 per hour in addition to the 30 already made. Already made in the first 6 hours, right? First 6 hours. So this is just the explanation then. I know it's kind of wordy, but this is kind of the thinking process. For the first 6 hours, Jack makes $5 an hour, right? And then for t is greater than or equal to 6 hours, over here, the function adds, that should be plural, adds $8 an hour in addition to the $30 that he was already made in the first 6 hours, okay? So that's how it works. That's the explanation. Here's the graph, and you can see that the two sections meet, right, at this point is 6, $30. And that would be a graphical explanation here, and also using words and algebra here to explain this problem. Okay, so that ends for us CPM Precalculus Chapter 2, number 156.